circumstances, like just visual examples in life. You know, you could be driving and you see a billboard, and God could be speaking to you through a billboard. God could be speaking through nature. God could be speaking through circumstances. And then finally, the fifth way, God speaks through Scripture, right? He speaks through the Bible when we study the Bible, okay? But now, today's, the last part of this series, you know, I want to talk about how do you discern, how do you know that it's God speaking to you, right? When He's speaking to you in those different ways, right? How do you know if a dream is from God? How do you know if a vision is from God? How do you know if the voice that you're hearing in your mind or your conscience, how do you know it's from God? How do you know if someone's telling you, hey, God told me to tell you this? How do you know that's from God, right? How do you know that God is speaking through symbols and circumstances around you, okay? How can you tell? How can you tell if it's God's voice or not, okay? So first, I'm going to talk about the two competing voices. So there are two competing voices that compete with God's voice every single day, okay? Two voices that compete with God's voice. So the first one is the carnal voice, the human voice, the sinful human nature's voice, okay? The carnal voice. And the second is Satan's voice, or evil spirits, right? Spiritual entities that exist outside of us, right? Angels, fallen angels, right? That speak to us, okay? So the carnal voice and Satan's voice. And I need to first address these two voices before we talk about how you can discern if God is speaking or not, okay? So let's talk about the carnal voice. What is the carnal voice? The carnal voice is the voice of our human flesh, okay? Our sinful flesh. So whether it's your own voice or someone else, another human being's voice, right? That's coming not from God, but from the flesh, okay? So we got to talk about this, okay? A lot of times, how many guys like talk to yourself? Anybody? No? Nobody? Nobody talks to themselves? Yeah. Everyone does, guys. This is human nature. It's normal to talk to yourself, okay? That's the human voice. That's your